and that is the right to a jury trial in a civil case. And how that, to trigger a Seventh Amendment right to jury trial, you're going to have several things. One, it has to be a claim that, let's set aside the issue of whether it arises under a federal question, because those don't fall necessarily within the Seventh Amendment. So the Seventh Amendment right to a jury trial is not something that applies to all of the states through the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. It's one of the few carve-outs that are left, and that right is limited to federal court scenarios. Jury trials are absolutely available in federal court scenarios, but each state law jury trial right is something that has to be passed by its own legislative body. That's part of the powers within the states that are reserved to the states, and those aren't necessarily guaranteed by the Seventh Amendment. So keep that in mind if that's something that you ever have a question about. The Seventh Amendment right to a jury trial is that right is only preserved as to claims that existed in common law at the time that the Constitution was drafted. So we're talking 1791. If that particular claim didn't exist at common law, it's not something that, absent some subsequent statute under federal law that grants you the right to that jury trial, you would otherwise not be entitled to it. Now, one of the reasons why I'm going on about the right to civil jury trial in both the family context, the criminal context, and the federal Seventh Amendment context is because the right to jury trial has been, while it's still out there, the exercise of that right has diminished vastly over the last 2 to 3 decades. It's now down at the jury trial is down at its lowest percentage ever.